Hi guys, welcome back. Today's lesson is on a percussive style of playing the guitar. So effectively you are playing drums on the guitar. And you can kind of intertwine this with some chords and some playing. So I'll play it to you first. Okay, so this is made up. We'll go for the kind of beginner version first, and I'll do the more advanced bit I did there in a separate video. So first up, let's look at the different elements that make up this drum pattern. So the first one is a bass, and that's the same as a kick drum on the floor. If you're a drummer, you'll be using the kick on the floor. So that's how you get that sound. What you do is you take the hard bit here at the base of your hand. So you kind of, I just curl my fingers in like this, and it's this part here. So you want to avoid your wrist, because that's going to maybe hurt a little bit, so you don't want to use that bit at all. Definitely don't knock on the guitar with your knuckles. I see a few do that when they begin this. It's all about the hard bone here, just where the wrist starts. And to get that angle, you have to just slightly lift your kind of fist up away from the guitar, and that gives you a kind of a V shape. So you're making contact with this part here. Sounds good up there. So I'm using this area here, which is kind of the bassiest part of the guitar when you strike it. So that's going to be called the bass. So here we go, bass. We just need one of those. I did a few there just as an example. So bass. The next thing you do is you flick out onto the strings. You're going to use your nails, the front of your nails for this. So it's kind of like that. You don't want to start this up here, okay? Because your hand will get stuck in there, and that can be a little bit painful. So you're just kind of aiming for the last 5 strings. So from maybe the A string or the D string down, just to get that kind of that hi-hat sound, really. So you got your bass, and then it's like a burst flick. You don't want to pull your hand down too far. You just flick the strings there. So really just relax, take it nice and easy. Bass, flick. Just join in. Bass, flick. Bass, flick. Bass, flick. Cool, rewind that if you don't get it after those 4 times. That's fine, just keep on trying. Let's add the next part. So we have what I call a tap, which emulates the sound of a snare drum. So we have bass, flick, tap. Okay, nice and easy, just really flat hand there. Use the kind of the last half of your fingers there, so maybe that middle joint upwards. You don't really want to use anything around here. It's just the kind of, it's almost like a slap. And you can hear that kind of metallic sound. That's the strings making contact with the metal fret markers there. So the best place to do this is just before the neck starts. So here's your sound hole. Aim for about there. Don't come onto the neck, that gives you a different sound, not what we're looking for. And too far back here, you start to get some bass kind of resonating out, which you don't want either. So it's just before the neck starts. Okay, so let's put those 3 parts together so far. We have the bass, the flick, the tap, and then we just add another flick. Okay, so we have some coordination now. Bass, flick, tap, flick. Let's try it together. Bass, flick, tap, flick. 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 Now without me saying it, so you can have a listen. Okay, that's essentially all you need to do. Please leave me a comment if you need any more tips on how to do this. But hopefully you have everything you need there in the video. Do let me know how you get on, and watch out for the next video, which will include this. So you have a little bit more of an advanced technique, like a fill on the drums. And then also in that video, I'm going to put how to use actual chords at the same time. Okay, so that will sound something like this. And so on. Okay, see you soon guys. Thanks a lot. Give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.